90% chance for snow or rain today, high 38. Rain likely tonight, low 35. For tomorrow, chance for rain or snow, high 38. Clouds and 38 on Saturday. For Sunday, partly cloudy, high 42. And for Monday, partly sunny, high 45. Overnight, low 33. Yesterday's high 38. Currently, humidity is at 73%. Winds are calm and the pressure at 30.15. Right now, we've got some light rain around the area and 36 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Now I know why I don't ever have any energy.
Why is that?
Christy stole every bit of energy for the entire town.
She sucks it out of the room
You
every
run
time I'm around
electricity
her.
for your shop off your energy, don't you?
That's exactly right. I wish that could be done.
I don't mind telling you, we were a little lethargic here this morning until you got here.
Aww.
Things started popping the moment she walked in the building.
They do.
Well, thank you guys.
You know, I've been thinking.
Well, that's
know,
a good thing.
I've been thinking very hard about this,
Has
and
it
I
been
would like
hurting?
to. I would like to invite
Has
you.
it been hurting?
No, it doesn't hurt for me. No.
For thinking.
Yeah.
A little smoke comes out of my ears now and then. I want to formally invite you, you and George, to come to our couples yoga night on Tuesday nights. I mean, if one thing I know about George, he's very flexible.
Oh, no, he's not. Oh, gosh.
That's what Mike thought before he started yoga.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's only
very
been
flexible.
two weeks, and I can take my
But
ankle.
it'll help. You continue it. It'll help.
2 weeks, and I can put my ankle right up behind my neck.
Now
Yeah.
he's pretty good with doing any ideas that we throw his way. He'll consider them. He won't just shut them down.
So I'm just saying, if George is listening, here's an opportunity for you, buddy, to be able to,
Oh, yeah. I'll have to get me another partner on that one.
Phone number 842-3715,
Maybe I can call Lisa.
George, if you'd like
Yeah,
to
just
call
go ahead
in
and join us
express
and-
your opinion.
Yeah.
we'd love to have you. You and George. We.
Oh,
I could even
Lord.
show you some of my better poses.
Oh, please don't.
I did yesterday.
I know.
I did the Captain Morgan yesterday.
Oh, did you?
It's sort of a modified. I'm a little teacup, short and stout.
Oh, yeah.
But I just thought I'd mention that you and George are welcome.
Well, thank you. I will extend that invitation
Go
to
right
him.
ahead. And if you want for me to talk to him, I will.
Okay.
I'd be more than happy to
He'll
do
just
that.
shake his head.
Hey, I thought it was big news that the chamber is moving the big event to the Elks.
Yeah.
That's going to be a little different,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I think it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing,
Very
too.
progressive.
It's going to allow people to meet before and after and, maybe network with some other business
That's
owners
exactly
around
right.
around the town.
How many people will that hold, Christy?
250. Well,
Right.
Globe Bingo's this weekend, and they've sold 250
Oh.
tickets. So
Well, I'm glad to hear that that's going well.
That's sold out
it's
fast.
sold out, and people are saying, if you get any tickets, holler. But
We went,
that's a good thing.
We went
last
time.
I've got some tickets. And,
Do you
and
really?
I'll be outside the Elks. And they'll be going for
You just got a trench
a
coat.
little more than face value.
Come here, you want to see? I got some tickets right here.
Now those are
Well,
already-
Mark, you can come and eat, and then give your ticket away for bingo. How about that?
I've actually not going to be there until later because I've got to go to Carmi for basketball.
Oh.
Well, I tell you, I know one person will be there and they'll have 40 cards in front of him.
But Derek Dunn?
You know that.
Oh yeah.
He does.
Oh, I know. I
they
remember
once said-
I sat by him last
They
year
once
for a little
said,
while.
yeah, you sat with us.
Yeah.
They once said that you couldn't talk about bingo on the radio because it was a lottery, okay?
Yeah.
Well, because there was no skill involved. Let me tell you, there's a skill of having 30 cards in front of you and
Oh,
being
no
able
kidding.
to track
There's
on it.
to keep track of them. That's the skill.
Absolutely. So there you go. I was looking over interesting. I was looking over the businesses of the year going back to all the way back to 1968. And there's some really interesting names here. Businesses that I didn't realize that they're not around anymore, and that's frightening in itself. You look at Brock's Candy back in 1977. I think it was gone before I got here. in the early 2000s.
Is that Brock's? Is in Brach?
Yes.
Brock's
yes.
candy. Okay.
And there's oil companies and stuff like that the state's done their share of being able to wreck them. Isn't our local economy.
And then your
Farmer
lumber
store,
company.
you look at these, that clearly, that were absolute pillars of the business community here. You got anyway, and last year it was Carter's Trucking, and that was certainly appropriate. Carnaby Square in 2016. It's a wonder you didn't get it before that time, quite honestly.
I know. When I went on stage, I went, "Woohoo! It's about time!"
So there you go. All the way back.
I was afraid I was going to die before I got it. No.
a lot of good sponsors
Yes.
of this radio station on that list. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, but that's
It's a good thing.
It is. So I think it's probably time that I do this.
What's that? The bird dog?
No, I'm not doing the
Or
bird
is-
dot today.
Or is that?
Let me do the Captain Morgan.
Is that the Manila hold?
The what?
The Manila hold.
hold.
Let me establish a table first, and then I'll do Warrior 1 and Warrior 2.
You're more confident.
Hey,
Let's kick it.
You can dance. You can't.
I can dance?
No, you can't.
Baby. All right, stop. Sit back and listen. Mike
gonna
Mark
try
have
out
a
for the
little and break in a
breakdancing
bucket.
team.
Oh, is he?
We'll have
Jump.
a Paris
It's
Olympics.
even got a title. It's the bucket of
you know,
bomb.
if you bingo at
Top
Go
facts
Bingo,
might
you have to
know.
get up and
Turn on the
perform.
mics
I know.
And let's go. It's full of more facts than one mind can handle. Celebrity birthdays, facts, history, and scandals. Funk, baby.
I love it.
Funk, baby.
I have a video of Double D winning last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had quite the women around him dancing.
Like a diseased yak.
He had a good time.
He sure did. Birthdays today. Ernie Kovacs was born on this date. He died in 1962.
War correspondent?
No.
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 Comedian.
Yeah.
Comedian. Oh, Ernie Kovacs. Okay.
Ernie Kovacs. Visually
I was thinking of,
experimental. He often had spontaneous comedic style. He was involved in a number of shows. And a lot of modern day comedians, and some of the ones immediately after him, point to him as their major influence. I'm talking about folks on Saturday Night Live, Monty Python's Flying Circus, David Letterman, Carson even mentioned him, Conan O'Brien, Jimmy Kimmel, a lot of them, Pee Wee Herman of Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah.
Who was he married to? Does it say?
Who, Pee Wee Herman?
No.
No, he just goes to adult theaters. He's not
no,
married.
Ernie Kovacs.
Ernie Kovacs was married to Edie Adams.
Yes, I
You
knew it
remember?
was a very beautiful woman. Yes.
She did cigar commercials.
Yes, she did.
Back in the day. You and I are dating ourselves.
I know
aren't
we are.
We certainly are. Because I remember it.
But Mark knows all this stuff, and he's young.
I didn't know this stuff.
Oh,
You
you
didn't know anything
that?
about Ernie Kovacs and Edie Adams?
I was thinking Ernie Pyle is what I was thinking. When you said Ernie
Yeah.
Kovacs, it just, for some reason, it hit Ernie Pyle.
Here's what you really would, you'd want to date Ernie Kovacs.
Actually, I wouldn't.
Well, no, but if you were a young female, you would, because he was married twice, the second one being Edie Adams. After the couple's first date, Kovacs proceeded to buy her a Jaguar,
Oh, yeah.
also known as a Jaguar, telling Adams he wanted to date her in style.
Hey, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
not bad. He died on a rain-slick road, and it was a big deal because he was driving a Corvair.
Oh, yeah, the Chevy Corvair.
Okay, remember that was a rear.
The cheap man's Corvette.
That was it. It had a rear engine,
Uh-huh.
and that meant that the front wheels were less maneuverable. And people like Ralph Nader and others tried to get Edie Adams to sue General Motors, saying that the fact that he was driving a Corvair is probably why he lost control and got into the accident that killed him. He was heavily in debt when he died, and Edie Adams paid off all of his debts. Of course, I mean, if you're buying a Jaguar for anybody that you're dating, you probably are a little bit over your means. Mariska Hardigay.
Jane Mansfield's daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably
She is.
Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
That's right. Law and Order
Beautiful,
SVU.
beautiful
Yeah,
gal.
she is.
She is. Daughter of actress and 1950s era sex symbol Jane Mansfield. Her father was Hungarian-born Mr. Universe, Mickey Hargitay.
Hargitay.
Okay, you say it. I won't. 1967, she was killed. I'm talking about her mother. In an automobile accident on U.S. Route 90 between New Orleans and Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Her boyfriend at the time and the driver was also killed. Asleep in the back of the vehicle was Mariska and her two brothers. And she has a zigzag scar on the side of her head from that accident. Her dad then raised her. And after she was... Mariska was crowned Miss Beverly Hills USA when she was a teenager. And she also competed in the Miss California U.S. age pageant. She was fourth runner-up. The winner won Miss America. So she speaks 5 languages.
Wow.
5 languages. English, French, Hungarian, Spanish, and Italian. And she's not hard on the eyes.
No, she is not.
She is not.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen is 46 years old today.
Tiffany
That
and
old?
Yeah, isn't that hard to believe?
Yeah.
Now, this is... obviously, you have a blank look on your
yeah,
face.
I don't know who this is.
She was in Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh,
I think she was in Saved by the Bell.
She
too,
was.
wasn't she?
Oh.
She was
Okay.
Okay.
Kelly Kapowski. And thus the heartthrob of all 3 of the Dreeth boys at home.
I think she was in a movie with Pauly Shore too.
I don't remember that, and I don't have anything about that.
The one where he was came to the farm. I think son-in-law or something like that.
oh, son-in-law.
I think
Yeah.
where he went to the
Yep.
farm
Yep. I
Must
think
not
that.
see
with
that.
his girlfriend and
Kelly,
you're right.
Kelly Kapowski in Saved by the Bell, that's 1989 to 1993. That's when the Dreeths were starting to feel testosterone.
Well, they have good taste.
Son, I'm here. Son. Valerie Malone was her character in Beverly Hills 90210. That was between 94 and 98. She also starred in another TV series as Fox's Fastlane. That was 02 to 03. ABC's What About Brian in 2007. She's been busy.
Yeah.
USA Network's White Collar between 2009 and 2014. And a number of TV and movies. In a much discussed moment, Justin Bieber, who we always like to get into every show.
what is he? Did he challenge her to a fight too?
He didn't. He wasn't the fight. He's the one that said he could score a goal on.
No, but didn't he also challenge Tom Cruise to a fight?
Yes, he did. You're right. I wished Tom
he-
would knock his block
Then,
off.
then he challenged the goalie for the Blues.
Yes, he did.
Bennington, to a shoot off.
I don't think that's happened yet.
No, I don't think
know.
it has
It's not
either.
been scheduled yet, but it's going to happen. They
Anyway,
say.
Bieber shows up with a T-shirt with a photo of Thiessen on his chest from Saved by the Bell days in a 2011 award show, which got a lot of talk. And he admitted his admiration for her, much the same as the 3 Dreeth boys. A burning admiration for her. Anyway, also basketball player Chris Paul revealed publicly that he had the same burning passion that the Dreeth boys had for Amber. But she's 47 years
Gosh, 47.
Man.
old. Man, I think about those days, how difficult it was to be their father at times. January 23rd, this date, 1907, Charles Curtis of Kansas began serving in the United States Senate. He was the first American Indian to be a U.S. Senator. He resigned in March of 1929. He became U.S. President Herbert Hoover's vice president. So I didn't realize we
I
had a
did not
Native
know that.
American
I
vice
did not-
president at one
Did
point.
not know that.
1964, the ratification of the 24th Amendment. You got any idea what that was about?
Was that the repeal of prohibition?
No, they eliminated the poll tax for federal government, federal elections. 1968, I remember this. North Korea seized the U.S. Navy ship Pueblo. It was like a spy ship,
Yeah.
and they caught us, and they kept him for 11 months. 73, Nixon announced that he had an accord with Vietnam to end the war. That was a big deal for me since I was going into the hat.
That was the
my number.
That was the Paris Peace Accords, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
In 1975, this show made its debut on ABC TV, and it has a strong link to this show. There's today's beginning trivia question.
Barney Miller?
Yes! we stole their theme.
Oh, yes, that's right. You
It
did.
did.
That was a good show, though.
That was.
It was a great show. Roots was on at this time in 1977. The A-Team debuted on TV.
Dun, 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 dun.
I pity the man. I pity the man.
I pity
I pity the fool.
I pity the fool. I pity the
Oh,
fool.
no, there was an actor. There was an actor.
Yeah, he went on to do a few things, including a home improvement show on like DIY or
We're talking about Mr. T.
Mr. T.
You know what? I couldn't even, when you talk about yoga,
Yeah.
I couldn't lift and stand up with the gold chains he had on his neck. I would be burdened by the weight of the gold chains. In 85, O.J. Simpson became the first Heisman Trophy winner to also be in Pro Football's Hall of Fame.
Okay.
In 86, the first annual induction of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which has been, I think they've missed the mark so many times. It's ridiculous. They finally got the Doobies in,
Yeah.
which was a crime, sort of about the same kind of crime of you not winning business of the year. If I was Michael McDonald or the Doobies, I'd snap and say, well, it's about time. 89, James Brown sentenced in Georgia to 6 years in jail in connection with a police chase through 2 states.
Because he felt good.
Yeah, I feel good.
And in 95, this gentle flower, Courtney Love,
Oh,
appeared in an Australian court on charges of abusing a flight attendant. She admitted to responding with an obscenity when a Qantas flight attendant told her to take her feet off the wall of the cabin. What a lady.
I know.
Courtney Love.
Yep.
Oh, well. Christy Horning's here. We love having her here, and we've got how appropriate, the Carnaby Square question
no
of the day.
kidding.
We thank you for that. The question, are you satisfied with your internet service? Interesting. We've got almost 300 votes on this, and we'll have the results.
It's overwhelming one way.
One way. It's
Black
kinda
Betty, Bama Lamb. That's what's going on here at Morning Coffee. We'll be back after this.
Shoot, I was looking for that. Somebody posted
Capital
that
One
this
knows
morning.
life doesn't alert you about your credit card.
Next stop, Graham Street. In Brighton, the khaki shorts. Your G&L energy bill went up 60% this month. Seems like you'd want to know. Stand clear of the closing doors.
So, meet Eno, the Capital One assistant that catches things that might look wrong, like increases to a recurring bill, then sends an alert to your phone and helps you fix it. Eno, another way Capital One is watching out for your money when you're not. Capital One, what's in your wallet? See CapitalOne.com for details. Limitations apply.
Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Velo has arrived. It's the modern take on nicotine. Hassle-free nicotine pouches made for everywhere you're headed. So whether you're on a client visit or a girls trip, traveling to your favorite spots or crossing another city off your bucket list, flying back to see the fam, or road tripping to parts unknown, whatever your destination, Velo's ready. Visit Velo.com now to find your retailer. Website restricted to age 21 plus tobacco consumers. Underage sale prohibited.
It's all about convenient, quality care you can count on at Hamilton Memorial Hospital and Family Clinics. Now offering weekend urgent care hours at 2 convenient locations, Hamilton Memorial's McLeansboro Family Clinic and our Carmi Family Clinic located on Oak Street. Walk in for fast treatment for those unexpected minor injuries and illnesses on Saturday and Sunday. Check out hmhospital.org for McLeansboro and Carmi Family Clinic weekend urgent care hours. It really is all about you at Hamilton Memorial Hospital and Family Clinics.
Time Capsule, sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when Henry Kissinger told us,
"We believe that peace is at hand"?
Congressman Hale Boggs and Nick Begich disappeared on a flight over Alaska. In the World Series, Gene Tennis led the Oakland A's to an upset over Cincinnati's Big Red Machine. We said farewell to Jackie Robinson. Johnny Carson celebrated 10 years as host of The Tonight Show. Money Magazine and Gallery debuted on the newsstands. And here's what was new on the radio.
Summer breeze, I could reach you. I love you to want me. Good time, Charlie's got the blues. Cherry woman, I am woman, hear me roll. I wanted to be a spaceman. Don't ever be lonely. You're poor little fool like me. Listen to the music, I'll be around. You wear it well. Just keep on using me.
Have we stumped you? Well, the answer and a chunk of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Swing by the Fairfield Save-A-Lot and take advantage of these great deals. Whole twin pack pork butts, $1.39 a pound. Jumbo pack 80/20 ground beef, $2.99 a pound. Boneless skinless chicken breast, $1.39 a pound. And you can join them this Thursday through Saturday for a big 3-day sale. Prices mentioned are good through Saturday. Good food, great people, great prices at your Save-A-Lot store, located on West Main Street in Fairfield. Give them a like on Facebook.
October 1972. I can see clearly now. The rain is...
Johnny Nash and I Can See Clearly Now, the top song of October 1972. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Time Capsule has been sponsored today by Save-A-Lot Food Store on West Main, Fairfield.
We're broadcasting from Farm Profit Preview 2020, Highland Woods in Vincennes. A lot of great vendors on hand related to the ag industry. Stein Seeds is here. John, tell me a little bit about Stein Seeds.
Well, Stein Seed is a long-time developer of genetic soybean seed, going big with the E3 being the Enlist program this year. Very competitive price-wise, excellent weed control, safe, 3 modes of action. It's Enlist, Liberty, and Roundup. So you've got different choices at a very affordable cost.
And today they can come see you face-to-face and learn more.
Sure. Glad to see you.
Stein Seeds, one of the many great vendors here at Farm Profit Preview 2020, brought to you by TOC Direct Media and Old National Bank. Highland Woods in Vincennes is where we are. Doors are open. We invite you to stop on by. The event goes until 2 p.m. We'll have a lunch at noon with proceeds from a free will donation going to the local 4-H. Farm Profit Preview 2020 happening now at Highland Woods in Vincennes.
It's time for the Carnaby Square question of the day. Carnaby Square, your fashion leader in downtown Fairfield.
Harumph, that's for sure. Okay, the question of the day, you're satisfied with your internet service. I'm told by one of the peeps here at the station.
The peeps?
The peeps.
Ever since
one of his crew.
There you go. Your supporting cast.
West Side Story.
one of the gang.
One of the gang here said, hey, Mike, you know, you've done that question before.
Really?
We still got 300 results, even though we've done it before.
I don't remember it, but...
I don't either, obviously, but I'm getting
Tom's
old.
brain is, yeah.
I'm getting old. So we had 294 votes. 2,207 people were reached by this, and 55% of them said they are not satisfied with their internet service.
That's a little less than what I thought.
Yeah, I think so too.
163 no, 131 yes. Rick says, have Wabash, and it's great. So much better than New Wave.
Hey, Rick. Thank you, buddy. I
agree, Rick. We're lucky to have it at our ranch.
Lana says, with Wabash Communications, we're able to kiss Frontier goodbye.
Again, who was
happily. That's Lana.
Lana, thank you. I don't have Wabash. Can't get it yet.
You know, we really do.
I've emailed and called them like 24 times. When are you coming? When are you coming? Well, we need to get.
You know what we need to do? We need to sell this whole segment after. It should be brought. The question today brought you by Carnaby, but this segment should be brought to you by Wabash.
Yes, that's right.
Because we're doing this.
Maybe you should send that to Wabash.
Oh my! Corey says we're stuck with Frontier. We're in a high usage area, which means slow.
Okay.
Lyndall says the map that was in the press that showed the area Wabash will cover did not include our area. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. Same with me.
Janet says New Wave is out on a regular basis, constantly hearing people all over town complaining about it.
Now, I have New Wave, and I've been
I do
pretty
too.
satisfied.
I do too.
For the last few months.
Yeah.
It's
I was
been
out
pretty decent.
I was out Tuesday. I had to call.
Okay.
And you got to go through their little tree of disembodied voices.
Right.
And then they pinged me.
Tier 1, Tier 2, and then they escalate it to Tier 3 if it's a really serious problem.
It was a good pinging for me.
Oh, you had a Tier 1?
Oh, it was so good.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, my. I've called him since.
I
every day. Please ping me again.
Yeah. I actually have Verizon hotspot at Carnaby, and that really works.
When you got pinged, did you go?
No, it was like our. No, Christy. You can go to DiMaggio's tomorrow and you can kick that smoking habit and get your Mediterranean salad on the side.
That's right.
That's one habit I don't have to worry about. I don't have it.
That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't either. MJ says, and you know who MJ is.
Yeah.
All right. I can't cloak it any. You know who MJ is.
Right.
I hope she's getting better. I know
She is. I saw her
she
this
just
week,
had a knee
Tuesday.
replacement. But
Yeah.
I think she's moving around pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Her
obviously,
sister-in-law's here, kind of
takes a
helping
little
out,
bit of-
and
little bit of
I saw her out at the new track at the high school. She was sprinting hundreds.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably faster than you.
Oh,
still.
about 12.5 in the 100.
Well, that's
Anyway, she
2 or 3
says,
seconds faster than you.
No. Hopefully, Wabash will come this way soon. All right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Jerry said, no. Everybody's really very emphatic. Mike said, had Frontier, ditched it, now have New Wave. So far, so good. Wish we could get Wabash. I think that's the sentiment we're finding out here. Lisa said, we would love to access Wabash. Mike says, have always had very good service with Frontier. Mike. Amy says Wabash is great. Clara says have Wabash. It puts Frontier to shame. They're in West Salem.
Really?
I didn't know Wabash is over in West Salem.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't either.
David said internet yes, cable no. Brenda, don't have it yet. So there you go. There's the question of the day brought to you
That
by
was a good
Carnaby
question,
Square.
even though it
Well,
was
I
a
think it
redo.
was. Well, we're emphatic.
It was the best of questions.
There you go. That's right.
I hope for you have a good pinging. Okay. You remember yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was telling you about the cold wave in Florida and what was going to happen that the National Weather Service
The
said.
iguanas were going to fall out of trees.
Guess what?
They did.
They fell out of the trees. Lizard meat is going for sale in Florida after a cold snap sent iguanas falling out of the trees. Now, they said in the initial story it wasn't going to hurt the iguanas, but the cold-blooded reptiles.
I guess it depends on how far up in the tree you are.
Oh, right. Stunned by 40-degree temperatures in South Florida on Tuesday, many of them dropped out of trees and were found paralyzed on the ground Wednesday morning. In Florida, iguana is sometimes called the chicken of the trees.
Oh, gosh.
I'd like to have a little. I tell you what we got to do. We got to get the big boy to do a little barbecued iguana.
Yes, there you go.
That would be great for the chamber dinner. I'd like to have some more iguana, please.
And you could call it barbaguana.
The chicken of the trees. It says iguana meat has been showing up on Facebook Marketplace since the cold snap. Gonna field dress me an iguana. I want the leg. Give me the leg. I want the dark meat. Planters. You know, the peanuts?
The peanut guys, yeah.
They're getting rid of Mr. Peanut.
They are? Oh.
No.
Mr. Peanut is 104 years old. And he's getting thrown by the side of the road.
Thrown under the bus.
Not even getting pinged. Getting thrown by the side of the road. Well, he is getting pinged
He's
in a way.
getting thrown under the Planters mobile.
It's going to appear in a Super Bowl ad, but it has already been released online. A message about them killing off Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, you can always see the Super Bowl ads way ahead of time.
Yeah.
He was sacrificed to save friends Wesley Snipes and Matt Walsh in the commercial.
Okay.
So.
All right, you know how I got a story for you.
Yeah.
Grandson
It's
was
a
here
Peanut
over the
story?
grandson was here over the weekend.
All right.
All right. So he's sitting here, and he's eating I think he's eating a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Reese's?
Reese's.
Yeah.
peanut butter
Reese's.
Cup, okay. And he looks at me and I said something to him. I said, well, yeah. He goes, I'm hungry. I said, well, you're eating a peanut butter cup right now. Why don't you go up and have some crackers and peanut butter or something? He goes, I'm allergic to peanuts.
No. Did you know that?
He's not allergic to peanuts. He didn't want peanut butter and crackers. He was eating a
oh.
Reese's peanut butter cup at the time.
Oh.
He didn't realize that? As the testosterone started flowing yet?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think so. All right. Well, anyway, there you go. It's the peanut guy is bitten it.
I hate to see that.
I do too. I liked Mr. Peanut.
I wonder are they going to reveal what the new replacement is? No?
No,
They're
I
just
don't
getting
think
rid
so.
of
They're
him,
just
huh?
getting rid of him. Today is a good day for dessert.
Every day?
National Pie Day.
Oh,
Okay.
give me some coconut cream or chocolate.
Really? Today is Pie Day?
That's what it says.
I thought Pie Day was March 14th.
No, it began in the mid-1970s when a nuclear engineer, a brewer, and a teacher in Boulder, Colorado declared his birthday, January 23rd, to be National Pie Day.
Huh.
I'm trying to think my favorite.
See,
I'm
I
a pumpkin.
I always thought Pie Day was March 14th because 3.14.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's a different kind of pie, Mark. I don't mind telling you. That's not the edible pie. That is a mathematical pie.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite pie? You know what my wife sat down last night, and she listened to the questions that Odie asked you and me.
Yeah.
The somewhat personal questions that were asked of us. She answered every one of them right before I answered. She knows me like a freaking book.
Huh.
It was distressing. You like to have some mystery in the relationship. You know what I mean?
Have you lost your mystery?
I've lost the mystery, Christy.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? See, you knew that George, exactly what would come out of his mouth if you said, Tuesday night we're going to go do yoga with Mike Dreeth and Carol and the legend and his wife.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got 2 places there. Just bring your yoga mat, dear.
Okay.
And bring George, too. Maybe you can get somebody else down at the shop to come with you.
Well, you know what? When Lisa Konopasik was on, she said that her hubby didn't like going, but maybe I could call Lisa.
Lisa would do it.
Yeah.
She would.
Yeah, her husband sits around eating a Big Mac all the time.
I've seen him had a few cheeseburger wraps.
Yeah.
Yes, I have to.
He's a very close friend with Mayor McCheese. I don't know if you know that or not.
Really?
Yes.
Well, he got that big reward for nabbing the Hamburglar.
FedEx Ground is now providing services every day of the week. I mean, it's not bad enough that we have all the brown trucks in town. My God. Every time you look up, you see another brown truck.
Yeah.
Now FedEx is going nonstop. They used to only do during the week, but now they're going all the time.
Even on Sunday?
Even on Sunday. Service dogs could be the only service animals on planes. Now, you remember when there was a story about a guy that brought his emotional support animal, which was a goat, onto an American Airlines flight and said, I have a right to bring my goat because without him I'm lost.
I don't understand how that works.
Well,
I
now,
don't either.
now the FAA is saying, the Department of Transportation saying dogs can be the only animals, and that's because of service, not because they're emotional support animals.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting their foot down. They're saying and you can comment. The public has, for the next 60 days, to be able to comment as to whether or not you can have something other than a dog as an emotional support animal. And they're really saying we don't want emotional support animals. We just want service dogs.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess you could.
I'd like to take an
You could
iguana.
train a goat or a pot-bellied pig to be a service animal.
Oh, I doubt it very much.
Oh, I don't know. Pot-bellied pigs are pretty smart.
I'll get my.
I don't know about goats, but pigs are pretty smart.
I'll bring my limp iguana.
Actually, it wouldn't be a limp iguana. And if you got pinged, it probably wouldn't be limp anymore.
You could take your goat to yoga.
Moving along.
You could take your iguana to yoga.
Yeah, there you go.
I have 2 emotional support animals.
An iguana?
No.
Your wife?
No.
See,
That's
and you know what? If you took
She's
your
your
iguana to
support
yoga,
emotion.
you could call it Yoguana.
2 basset hounds.
Oh, your 2 basset hounds, yeah.
hounds. Those
See,
are
I
my
was being
emotions.
romantic and saying my
Well,
wife.
I love my dogs.
Okay, Carol, what do you want?
He's been pinged by the dogs several times.
Christy's open for business. No doubt about that. You always do well after you're on this show. They've created a hybrid heart. It's the first ever made of soft artificial muscles and sensors. They're talking about an artificial heart. Really? Oh, you got a call?
I do.
All right. Oh, you don't have
No,
a
I
call.
don't.
A pioneering Dutch surgeon is working on a partnership with the British Heart Foundation to transplant it in the first person by the year 2028. A professor at the University of Amsterdam said the only treatment for end-stage heart failure is heart replacement. Of course, now you can do transplants, but this one would be. You remember they had an artificial heart back in the 60s or 70s. Dr. Christian Barnard put one in, but it didn't. You could only live for 100 days, which is not probably a good solution. Now you're getting a call. Is that somebody for us?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Maybe it's somebody that's calling to say, I'd like to complain about the incessant pinging on this show.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
I'm going well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Hey, I was listening to your commentary this morning about the Floyd cards. You said people are still waiting from as far back as October.
Yes.
I haven't had mine since June 7th.
Really?
Man.
You mean you applied to get a replacement back in June and yours expired?
Yeah, I applied back in May. It finally went active in June, and I haven't received it in the mail. From as far back as June.
They said that there was a backlog of 60,000. I think this is a strategy. I don't think this is the incompetence of. I'm going into a commentary now. I'm sorry. I don't think this is the incompetence of the state, even though they have proven themselves to be incompetent over and over again. I think this is a strategy to deal with people that support the Second Amendment. That's my opinion, and talk isn't always cheap. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks
for the call.
Appreciate it very much.
Yep, no problem.
Glad you could call us, huh?
We have got to get into trivia here.
We have trivia from Christy.
Well, you know what I did? I did.
She did 13 questions asking people on the street what they thought of Mike and Mark.
No, we always play. Yeah.
All right.
I did Super Bowl trivia.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah. I love the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's as popular as it has been in the past.
I like Super Bowl food.
Yes,
I
the
like
party.
the Super Bowl
You like
commercials.
and the commercials.
And sometimes the halftime show.
I like the little hot dogs.
Bacon wrap.
A little bacon wrap with maybe some grape jelly in there to make them sweet.
Okay.
What do you
We
think?
need to have a big party, yeah. Let's just have a party.
We should.
I'm up for a party for Super Bowl. There's no doubt about that.
WFIW Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Can we use Super Bowl?
No, we can't.
It has to be big game.
Big game.
WFIW Big Game Party.
That's what I always use in my ad. Big game. Okay.
Big game party with the big show.
Number one was, who was the first Super Bowl MVP?
I know that one.
Yep.
What Dallas Cowboy had his helmet stolen in 1994 Super Bowl?
I think I know that one.
What was the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl? What player holds the record for the most rushing yards in a single Super Bowl game? What player holds a record for the most career fumbles in Super Bowls? Not just one, in his total Super Bowls.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't believe he had that many fumbles. He was in multiple Super Bowls.
He was, though.
Okay.
What performer had a infamous costume malfunction?
I think I know that. I know that one.
I can't forget that one.
Who is the only player
we
from
played it several times.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then got pinged.
Who's the only player from a losing team to be awarded the Super Bowl MVP?
I know that one. I know that one.
I'm glad you do. I don't.
What quarterback led the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history?
I think I know that one.
Yeah, I witnessed. I mean, I had money on the other game, and I was mad. Okay. Who is the only starting quarterback to win the Super Bowl with two different teams?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
And how much were the most expensive tickets at the first Super Bowl?
All right. Okay. Before we go to break, let me just say this. We have two things that are on the big deals that you really need to do if you're interested in doing a party, especially a roller sport party. We also told you that there's like Nerf guns and stuff like that. These are like $235 values, and we've got them on the big deals on our website, WFIWradio.com. We've downpriced them to $99 a piece. $99.
Wow.
A complete party at Roller Sports here in Fairfield.
I think that's what we should do. Let's all go.
Oh, we could watch Super Bowl and roller skate at the same time.
And do yoga.
We can actually do the Nerf gun battle during the game.
There you
and
go.
We'll stop for the commercials.
I
and
bet you
halftime
I
show.
can roll and do Command Warrior 2 at the same time. We'll be back with more Morning Coffee after this.
We need to get video on that.
Fashion has always been a repetition of ideas, but what makes it new is the way you put it all together. The Carnaby girls love putting it all together. Shop their winter markdowns on their new multiple groups of navy, aqua, or red, black, and white. Shop Brighton Sale Corner or check out the new collections just in time for Valentine's Day. Purchase $125 in Brighton and receive free the Something Wonderful is About to Happen sunflower canvas tote. Make it a date and come see the Carnaby girls. Open late on Thursdays.
Rothrock Auction will have a real estate auction for 60 acres of Wayne County land. Land is located in Massillon Township, south of Mount Airy, and will be offered in 2 tracts. The public auction will be held Saturday, February the 22nd at 10 a.m. at the Mount Airy Ruriton Building. For a full sale bill listing, visit rothrockauction.com. Plan to attend this land auction for the Fout family Saturday, February the 22nd at 10 a.m. Rothrock Auctions, Mark Rothrock Auctioneer.
At the Skillet Fort Grill in Orchardville, they are well known for their home cooking and fresh, hand-peeled mashed potatoes, but they also do catering. Everything from small to large, office parties to weddings, they cater to your needs. Homemade desserts and fried chicken can be pre-ordered from the Skillet Fort Grill. On Friday nights, experience their fall-apart prime rib. Open 7 days a week, Sunday through Tuesday, 6 to 2, and Wednesday through Saturday, 6 to 8, at the Skillet Fort Grill, right across from the old Orchardville School.
Stop smoking in only 1 hour with hypnosis. The cost is just $80 cash or credit card. Meeting at DiMaggio's Pizza in Fairfield at 4 p.m. on Friday, January 24th. Hypnosis works and is your best chance at being a happy non-smoker for the rest of your life. Just imagine that. Hypnotist Ralph Weber will be at DiMaggio's Pizza in Fairfield on Friday, January 24th at 4 p.m. in the meeting room. Register at the door just before 4 and stop smoking for good.
We're broadcasting from the Farm Profit Preview, Highland Woods in Vincennes. A lot of great ag-related businesses here. Irrigation is pretty important. Steve from CFCO, tell me about it.
Well, If you don't have water, you can't make a crop.
I think that makes sense.
Exactly. We take it on, put it off.
And so if a farm's having some problems with their irrigation, they just need to come see you today face to face.
That's exactly right.
And you're going to get it done and fixed.
That's exactly right.
All right, that's Steve from CFCO, one of the many vendors here at Farm Profit Preview 2020, Highland Woods in Vincennes. We're going to have a lunch at noon. It's going to be burgers and hot dogs, some drinks and chips. Proceeds from that free will donation meal will go to the local 4-H. A lot of vendors are here. We invite you to come on by and see us. Highland Woods in Vincennes, just off Hart Street, as we broadcast from the Farm Profit Preview. Brought to you by TOC Direct Media and Old National Bank. It's Farm Profit Preview 2020, Highland Woods in Vincennes.
As we do every Thursday and Monday on the Morning Coffee, we talk with Sheldon Bunning from Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler. Good morning.
Good morning, Mark.
How's it going this morning?
It's going.
So, you guys, now correct me if I'm saying this wrong, but you've got the Spring into Savings event going on right now.
Not yet. It's starting something new event. You're a month or two ahead. That's
Okay. Well, I said correct me if I'm wrong.
And he did.
And I did, yes. Yes.
But start something
we
new.
talked about some deals on these new ones. We highlighted, I think, on Monday we talked about the Silverados. I've got some really big cash incentives on the 20 Silverados. I got to looking, and they have actually updated some of the incentives and rebates on some of the Chrysler products as well. I think we talked maybe last week on my Jeep Wrangler that we could save $5,000. That is misinformation. It's a new 19 left over, but it's up to $7,000 in savings now.
That puts the price down. What about a good deal?
I think this one was priced at like $26,630 now, but it's a power equipment Wrangler V6, very well equipped.
All right. And of course, if you're looking for a truck, Le Mans is the place to go. Now, electric trucks are all in the news right now. What you got anything in the works for electric vehicles coming your way as far as trucks are concerned?
I'm sure they do. That's just not something that I have personally paid attention to, but I'm sure that there's something in the works for that. Now the Ram has a partial. I mean the 5.7 Hemi, if you opt for the e-torque option, it's like a partial baby junior kind of sort of hybrid.
Partial, sort of, junior. And now, are those technical terms?
Yes, those are. That's exactly what the sales brochure says.
All right.
And then speaking of trucks, I mean, we've talked about the Jeep trucks. If you're looking at a new 2020 Gladiator and looking at a sport model, they now have a $2,000 rebate on those.
Hey, Sheldon.
Yes.
This is Christy. I just want everybody to know out there what Le Mans does for Volunteers for Progressive Fairfield. You're always right there to help us put those flags up and take them down, and you never complain. And we sure do appreciate you guys down there.
Well, you're welcome, and we're glad to help.
I know. You're always just Johnny on the spot say, we'll be right there. So thank you very much.
Actually, wouldn't that be Sheldon on the spot?
Yeah, Sheldon's on the spot.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
Young Sheldon.
All right.
And he's driving a forklift on Main.
All right. Sheldon, as always, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We will talk to you on Monday, all right?
All right, you guys have a great weekend.
You too.
Hey, you too, babe.
Time to check that Fairfield area weather forecast. 90% chance for snow or rain today, high 38. Rain likely tonight, low 35. Chance for rain or snow tomorrow with the high 38. For Saturday, cloudy skies, 38 the high. And for Sunday, partly cloudy with the high of 42. Overnight low, 33. Yesterday's high was 38. Currently, humidity at 69%. Winds out of the east at 5 miles an hour. Pressure at 30.14. Right now, some light rain and 36 in the area. Radar showing some pop-up showers all around the area at the present time.
I just want to remind you that we're going to be doing the show on the road at the Cover Crop Coffee Shop coming up on Wednesday, February 12th. That'll be down at the Christian Life Center, the Fairfield Christian Life Center. So we're looking for that in Delaware.
All right.
West Delaware.
We got to get through some trivia.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Super
All right.
Bowl trivia.
I think this is going to be good. Okay, the first Super Bowl MVP.
Bart Starr.
That's right. He was also Man of the Year that year, Pro Player of the Decade, 75-83.
We just lost him recently.
Yes, that's right. What Dallas Cowboy had his helmet stolen in 1994?
Would that have been Emmitt Smith?
That's right.
Good job.
2 for 2. What was the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl?
I've got 28 possible guesses, I guess, huh?
Actually,
Do you want me to
32.
give you? Do you want me to give you
32?
some?
I'm going to say the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm going to say the Cincinnati Bengals.
It was the Raiders.
Oh.
They
No, not the Oakland Raiders anymore.
No, they're Las Vegas.
Now, was this the Los Angeles Raiders or the Oakland Raiders that won?
It's going to be 3 different towns.
It was. I don't know. I didn't write that down.
I bet you it was Oakland.
I bet it was.
Well, you know, Jim Plunkett played. That was his game.
Oakland.
So it was Oakland. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. What player holds the record for the most rushing yards in a single Super Bowl? I'll give you a hint, or 3 hints. Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, or Timothy Smith.
I'm going to say Franco.
Timothy Smith.
That's right. He was a rookie, and he rushed.
He didn't do much after that, did he?
No, I don't think he did. So that was a Redskins victory. What player holds the record for the most career fumbles in a Super Bowl? Jim Kelly, Roger Staubach, or Terry Bradshaw?
I'm going to say Terry Bradshaw.
I'll go with the Staubach.
Yeah, he had 5 fumbles in his total Super Bowl
Roger
appearances.
Dodger.
Yeah. Man, did you see him last week?
Yeah,
on
he's
he
looking
looks
a little old.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay, what
But,
performer?
nobody says that about me.
No.
No.
What now infamous costume malfunction happened?
Janet Jackson.
That's right.
Let's go to the video.
Yeah, let's play that. Let's replay that.
Mike just got paid.
Once again.
Oh, we're going to have some pretty too hot women on this.
Here's the critical point right here.
The halftime show this year is going to be pretty hot.
Yeah,
too.
I think so.
Who is the only player from a losing team to be awarded the MVP of the
Dallas
Super Bowl?
Cowboys, Clint Howley?
Chuck.
Chuck
Howley.
Yeah, you're right.
Linebacker for the Cowboys. That was Super Bowl
Oh, did I write that down?
5.
Yeah.
They lost to the Colts.
They did. Baltimore
13.
Colts. They did.
You're unconscious.
He is. Gosh darn it.
I can remember.
I'd like to be in his
I can
brain.
remember the quality of the cocktail weenies. Going back 40 years.
You went home hungry, huh?
Yes.
What quarterback led the biggest comeback in Super Bowl history?
John Montana.
Nope. Tom Brady.
Really?
Tom
Brady? Okay.
Yeah.
That was just a
Yeah,
couple
the
years
Falcons.
ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
2 years ago. They were down. It was at halftime. It was 3 points. They had 3 points. And they ended up winning 34-28. So, who is the only starting quarterback to win the Super Bowl with 2 different teams? You've got John Elway, Brett Favre, or Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Yeah. There's Colts and Broncos.
Yep.
Yep. How much were the most expensive tickets to the Super Bowl #1? I'll give you 3 hints. $12, $48, or $96.
48.
I did 12.
Yeah, it was 12, and they didn't
really?
sell out.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Really?
I don't think it was even televised. It wasn't even televised, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
I
it
think
was,
I
okay.
remember that.
And you know how big the games always are? Who played last year and who won? That's
Patriots,
right.
Rams, Patriots. yeah.
There, Jeff.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, it's good to have him out there backing me up all the time. Because I'm a dawdling old general manager, and so he's looking up dawdling. He doesn't know. Christy, thank you for being here.
Hey,
We
you're
always appreciate
welcome. Let's
having
all
you.
have a good day today.
You know what? Now I got to do something to try to come down.
Oh.
You always get us all pumped up out here.
Good.
Christy Horning, thank you. I believe
Thank you,
Kathy
guys.
Book here is tomorrow.
I think so.
All right, Friday. Be back later. Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. See pictures and prices at boydfern.com or follow them on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster.
One day down, 2 to go for House Democrats' case to remove President Trump from office. Connecticut Democrat Richard Blumenthal has been sitting through the trial in the Senate.
I'm a juror, not a prosecutor, but I see a pretty good case here for guilt.
Florida Republican Rick Scott.
It's Groundhog Day again today. They're just rehashing the same thing.
The Democrats' arguments resume at 1 p.m. Eastern, with the president's team expected to start Saturday. Vice President Pence is in Jerusalem for the World Holocaust Forum, this one marking 75 years since the liberation of the Auschwitz Nazi death camp in Poland.
We remember the names and the faces and the